Hey guys, it's Allison here, and I just have another process video for you. I just want to apologize in advance because my head makes an appearance in this video a million times. I had the tripod a little bit further forward than I normally do, and I didn't think that it would make a big deal, but it totally was really annoying, so I'm sorry. Anyway, so here I am starting out a layout. I've tried to scrap this picture a couple times, but it's a picture of my daughter and she's wearing this big Mexican hat because it's from the Mexican branding. If you've been watching my videos that you know about. It's just my husband's family has a branding every year for their cattle because they have cattle. And this year the theme was Mexican. So she's wearing a big Mexican hat, but it's really brightly colored. And unfortunately I don't really have any papers that go with the colors because it's a really pretty photo. So I just turned it black and white, which is a really good thing to do if you want to use a photo but it doesn't go with the papers that you want to use. So anyway, so here I am just matting the photo, and I ran out of my tape runner or glue runner or whatever it's called, so I had to use like wet glue or liquid glue or whatever you would call it. So yeah, I was using that there. I just don't like it because the photos like move around and stuff, but so I just put it on some white cardstock first because I felt like it would look better with a white outline. And then now I am finding some scraps. This is one of the pieces from the Dear Lizzie Fine and Dandy collection. And this piece I don't end up using, but it's from Fancy Pants Summer Sun, I think. So now that I look back on it, I just like for some reason when I was doing this layout didn't see that there's pink in the hearts on the paper that I chose for the background, and this has pink in it, but at the time I like didn't see the pink, so I was like, no, I don't want to use pink. But yeah, this piece of vellum is also from the Fine and Dandy collection as well as that background paper. So I'm just going to use some vellum in my layers as well. And yeah, so I decided to do my layers like a little bit not straight because I like the way that it looks, which I used to do it, but I kind of had stopped doing it for a while, so I decided to do it again today. So I'm using my stapler instead just because I find, well, one, I didn't want to use that much wet glue. See, there's the first appearance of my head. But I didn't want to use that much wet glue, and also when you don't need your layers to be perfectly aligned, it's just easier to use a stapler, in my opinion anyway. So I'm just using a piece of paper from the Dear Lizzie Fine and Dandy 6x6 paper pad. That piece of paper that I keep going to is from the Citrus Bliss collection by Pink Paisley. I will use it, but I just use some other sheets first. I really like yellows and grays and reds and blues right now for some reason. I think I just really like both of these collections, and I like a lot of the pieces of them from them together as well. So I think one of the major things I tried to do on this layout was keep one side straight. See, the left side's more straight, and then I did the right side more at an angle. So now I'm adding that piece because I feel like it finally goes there, that yellowish green. I think that's like what ties these collections together, is that they both have that same like yellowish greenish, almost chartreuse color, if you will. So now I want to use this other piece of vellum. I end up using a little bit more of it, but not a lot, but I do fuss with it for a while. Yeah, so I add a little piece in there as just another layer, and then I try to put this one in the back, and now that I see it, it doesn't actually look that bad, but at the time I really didn't like the way that it looked. So I take it off a couple times actually, and then I'm like, oh, if I add another piece to balance it out, and when I see it, after I add the second piece, it actually does look alright, but I guess I just didn't like it. Like, I kind of like that now, right there, but it's nice smaller, I think, because my title is really big, so I like it smaller, I think. This is a more simple layout for me. Sorry about my head. Usually I add a lot more to them. It's probably not that simple, but to me it seems simple. Then I add that piece, and I do like that now that I look at it too, but I guess at the time I just didn't want it. So whatever. I like the layout, the way that it ended up, so now I'm just putting my photo down because I like the way it looks. And if you see, oh, and now I'm just pop dotting it, but if you see on the photo there's a line in the middle of the photo and some like dots, I guess, it's actually the line is a big piece of grass in front of her face, and then the dots are sun coming through the hat, but it looks weird in black and white. I still like the photo enough that I use it anyway, but it definitely looks like there's like something wrong with the printer or something, but that's just the photo. And so now I'm just going through my embellishments like usual. I always go through my embellishments first because I think embellishments are my favorite thing, and I always do my enamel dots last because they're like my second. Well, I feel like enamel dots and embellishments are both my favorite. But yeah. So I go through all my little die cuts, and I mostly end up with yellows. A lot of stuff from the Citrus Bliss collection as well, I think. So I wanted to use that little yellow piece because it said June, and this was taken in June, but I don't end up using it just because I couldn't make it work. Because it just wasn't the same color of yellow. And then I have that little down there, those two circles. One's like says lemonade and the other one says smile. And I like those. And then I have those little flowers. I think that's all from the Citrus Bliss collection. I don't know about that smile. I don't know what collection that's from. I had two of them for some reason. This frame is from the Poolside collection. Maybe that's from the Poolside collection as well. I'm not sure. But this is from the frames pack. And it has like gold at the bottom, which I really like. I always layer frames. Sorry if you guys are getting sick of it, but I love it. I love the way it looks, and this one's really cool. So now I'm just putting it under on both sides. I put that other flower there, but it won't stay there. I just put it there so I wouldn't lose it on my desk. So now I'm going through my gold embellishments. I have a lot of them, and I find I don't use that many of them. Just because a lot of them are very odd shaped, I think. I also cut apart some acetate sheets from crepe paper and put them in there because I just didn't use them for a really long time because they were just sitting in my little envelope thing of paper, so I decided to cut them apart. And I just pulled out a couple of those plus sign things, which I think are from the Office Suite collection. And yeah, I added it with that flower in the left-hand corner, which I really like. I like doing things on diagonal corners. I find with scrapbooking that we all kind of do certain things and continue to do them. And I don't know. It's funny because like you watch a video and it's kind of similar to the other videos, but they all end up looking so different that it doesn't really matter anyway. Like there's one design team member for the Hip Kit Club, there we go, who I don't remember her name right now, but she always does videos with like writing at the bottom. You guys probably know who I'm talking about. And she always does basically the exact same thing in all her layouts, but it always ends up so different and so beautifully because she uses different colors and different like mixed media items, but she always adds thread and she always does a paper cluster, and it's sweet how it just ends up looking beautiful even though it's basically the same, but it looks so different every time, which I think is really cool. So now I'm just going through my red embellishments, and I use that little banner up there that says Fine and Dandy and that big red she. I was going to have my title be something else, but I mean, that's from the Summer Sun collection by Fancy Pants as well, but when am I going to be able to use a giant red she? So I was like, you know what, I'm just going to use this one. And then I use that little ticket right there. Yeah, but that she is huge, so I decided to change my title. I didn't really know what I wanted for my title anyway. I was going to say something about like her hat or something, but yeah. So I just stapled down this banner here. And I have gold staples in my little stapler right now. You guys, I don't know if you guys know, but oh, here's some washi tape I'm adding as well from Dear Lizzie Fine and Dandy. If you are looking for gold staples, American Crafts does staple refills that are like the same kind as the tiny attacher. Like they both fit in the American Crafts one and in the tiny attacher, but they do a pack of colored staples that has half gold and then half other colors. Like it has a few of other colors that has pink and blue and green, which is kind of unfortunate because let's be serious, who uses those colors? I've used the pink ones a couple of times and I think maybe the blue ones, but other than that, I haven't used them. But they didn't have the tiny attacher refills when I purchased mine, so I just got those because I wanted the gold staples. Anyway, I know some people just color their staples with like special metal things, but yeah. So I know that this isn't correct grammar, and I do fix it at the end, like in the photos at the end of the video, you'll see that it's fixed, but at the time, I don't know, my brain just wasn't working. So it says he or she is certainly gorgeous, but I change it to she certainly is gorgeous, which sounds much better to me. But I just totally didn't realize when I was doing it that it wasn't right. So it's like this until the end pictures, and then it's changed. But yeah, I try to peel this up because I don't like how far away it is from the is, but then I end up moving the is over because it's really hard to get up. I do have to peel it up at the end to fix the grammar, but yeah. Yeah, sorry, my head. So I just moved that over. These letters are really hard to get straight, and I kind of have given up on complete perfection. And I don't have a ruler still, so this is me using a random piece of plastic from my my close to my heart organizer to make them straight. So now I'm going through some stickers, again trying to find something that goes, and I like these balloons because that yellow is the same yellow as the yellow in the hearts, and these are also from the Fine and Dandy collection. I end up using these, I don't know if I completely love it, but I like it enough that I end up using it, and I just add a little tag in there, because I only have, well, I had 3 stickers left on this sheet from Craft Market. Now I have 2, which is sweet. But yeah, I end up putting this random tag in here because it's the same kind of blue. And then I just pushed that vellum in a little bit more so it looked a little less awkward. And now I'm going through some more stickers, trying to figure out if there's anything else I want. I was trying to staple that little gold cross plus sign thing on there, but it was too far away. That's the thing with the American Craft stapler, is it's prettier, but the tiny attacher reaches farther, I think. It's still, I don't know if it would have reached that far, but this one is cheaper too. So now I'm using these, the clear photo stickers from the Summer Vibes collection by Simple Stories. I'm just using a few of the flowers. I find all of these summer collections go, and I know I keep saying it, but it's so true. So yeah, I'm just adding, I fuss with this for so long and it ends up like in the original place I put it in basically, but so I'm going to cut out a big part here because you see my head a ton. Oh, apparently I didn't cut it out. I thought I did. I cut out some other parts, yeah, but you see my head so much, like for the rest of the video, you see my head a lot, so I'm sorry. And also my hair is not done because I showered. Now I'm just adding some tiny word stickers. So now I'm just adding some enamel dots. I try to use this piece of whatever that is, a brad, but it does not work for me. Sorry if you can hear my daughter yelling too. She's supposed to be asleep right now, but apparently she's awake, and I'm not recording this again, so she can wait the 3 minutes till the end of the video for me to go see if she's okay. Well, obviously she's okay, but you know what I mean, to check on her. So I'm just trying to fit in some more puffy stickers. I used that one from Pink Fresh Studios, but I didn't see any others that I really loved. So now I'm just adding enamel dots and trying to get rid of my hair because my hair is falling out like mad. Because I had my son 4 months ago, and I go through like pretty extreme postpartum hair loss. Like I have a lot of hair, so you can't really notice it. Like I don't look bald or anything, but it's just, it's annoying because my hair is everywhere, like everywhere. Like apparently the other day my cat had one of them hanging out of her butt, which is just so gross. So I guess she ate one of my hairs. My husband rescued her apparently. I was not there. Sorry about my head. See, I'm not bald. So yeah, I'm just finishing with the enamel dots, and then I at the end I just add some sprays. I add some gold Heidi Swap Color Shine, and I add some India ink. Oh, there's a train. And I add some India ink color splatters, and yeah. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you wish to see more. And yeah, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you. Bye.